Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about a big decision that's been made for Japan, as well as an update following speculation on Max Verstappen moving to Mercedes. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram and X at James's Pit Lane. I'll leave links in the description. But let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Verstappen, and as we know, he drives for Red Bull and is contracted with the team until 2028. However, he has been linked with a move to Mercedes in recent years. I mean, when it was announced that Lewis Hamilton would leave Mercedes and join Ferrari, Verstappen was linked with a move to Mercedes in the first half of 2024, although he committed to Red Bull. And then in 2025, during the summer, Verstappen was heavily linked with a move to Mercedes. But again, Verstappen committed to Red Bull. However, in 2026, Mercedes are the dominant force in Formula 1, and Red Bull are nowhere near the pace of Mercedes in these new regulations. And following Mercedes' strong start to the new season, it's led to fresh speculation, with former F1 driver Jolyon Palmer stating talks between Verstappen and Mercedes are going to happen. However, speaking to OE24, Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff criticised the latest rumour, with him telling OE24, as quoted by Racing News 365, "The astonishing thing is that these silly rumours are already surfacing in March. It's silly enough that you normally have to discuss these things in July. I don't know who brought this up again." Now, as we know, Mercedes currently have George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, and both have had a really strong start to 2026, with Russell winning the Australian Grand Prix and Antonelli winning the Chinese Grand Prix, and it's close between them in the standings. And Wolff has now seemed to confirm that both competitors have lasting security within the team, with Wolff going on to say, "We have two drivers with whom we have long-term multi-year contracts. I couldn't be happier with either of them. Both are delivering top performances, so there's absolutely no reason to even consider a lineup change or other drivers. I say this with the utmost respect for Max." But let's move on to a big decision that's been made for Japan. Now, as we know, in 2026, Active Aerodynamics has replaced DRS. Basically, with DRS, you had your zones where you could open the rear wing flap, but you could only activate it if you were within a second of the car in front. Unlike DRS though, which only applied to the rear ring, Active Aero allows the drivers to open and close both the front and rear wings, and you can do this at any point in a straight mode zone. Now, for Japan, traditionally there's only been one DRS zone, that's on the start finish straight. However, Planet F1 say that the FIA has revealed that an additional straight mode zone will feature this weekend on the flat out section between Spoon Curve and 130R, and that this weekend will mark the first time since 2012 that a DRS style mechanism will be available to the drivers at that specific section at Suzuka. Now, the straight between Spoon and 130R is among the narrowest parts of the Suzuka, that with a limited runoff area on both sides of the circuit, and 130R, well, that is an extremely fast left-hander. You're going to have to remember to close the Active Aerodynamics before going into that corner, given that it's flat out. However, Planet F1 said that slow cornering speeds are expected at 130R and the S's because of the energy requirements of the F1 2026 cars, potentially helping to facilitate the move to add an extra straight mode zone. And Planet F1 say that Alpine Racing director Dave Greenwood said, with reduced downforce on the cars, we'll definitely see lower apex speeds in the opening sequence of the corners, the S's from turn 3 to 7, and drivers will take them in a lower gear. By the start of the second sector, from the first Stegner to the hairpin, the car should be in a much more similar performance window to last year. The effect of less downforce will be keenly felt around Spoon. Drivers will be grip limited for longer there, which will make it more challenging. I think we'll see more variation in the lines taken, and it's critical because of the exit you need onto the next straight. I think we'll see some variation in speeds through 130R across the teams, as you won't want to waste energy if you're scrubbing speed laterally on the tyres. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.